are early. Sometimes it's good to be early. But our show starts at a specific time. You should remember that. Let's get started then, shall we?
Dillon, I don't give a fuck what you think about the co-host and freshen up my show.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
My show's about the people's podcast. Everyone has a voice. I don't need a fucking co-host. Go listen to one of the other 5,000 shows with a co-host because they don't have a goddamn mouth like the big guy and can fucking talk all day long. Now let me concentrate on this game, whooping this little bell ass.
Opie, are you a career killer with Tim Sabian, yourself, and many others?
Be myself. Never had real issues with those people. They just understood that I was a different bird. The rest of them, though, I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm paying your salary because the ratings are so good. So shut up and let me do my thing.
Hey,
Live from somewhere. It's
Dillon.
Good morning, everybody. And today's co-host audition is a very special one. It is Stuttering John Melendez. He has been missing out on our show together with the Shuli Detractor show, Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor show. His name is on it, and he's been missing it. So I've come to show Stuttering John what he's been missing by skipping out on his one show per week. He's been doing the hypocrisy police, so he's showing favoritism over one of the sister shows, and I don't think that's fair. My outfit, I am dressed for success today in honor of Stuttering John. I left the coat hanger in my shirt, so we are ready to broadcast with our good buddy Stuttering John Melendez. We hope he will make it out this week to the Shuli Detractor show. And I think I got 6 or less left in me. I am in development for the show that will replace Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor show. I don't know why my light looks weird today. Maybe it's in honor of Stuttering John. The light is going along with the theme of being just a little bit not cooperative, like some of John's equipment is sometimes. But without further ado, let's get to the Stuttering John podcast from October 15th, 2022. How's it going, John? Mouth noise 1.
Yeah, baby. Welcome to the world famous
that for the
Stuttering John
Detractor
podcast
show.
With your favorite world famous host, Stuttering John Melendez. How are you?
Hey, how are ya?
One of the shirts that I got.
So many Opie and Anthony and Howard drops I want to get.
True. And
Do I still own my bowling shirt? It's not an actual bowling shirt, but I used it on the show Veep when they were looking for bowling patrons, and they were like, that's good. And I was like, yeah, I'm keeping this one. Skull.
Yeah, let me stop to McDonald's to get my cup of Joe, which is... coincidentally, it makes sense since my second guest today will be JoJo from Jersey. I'm very excited.
That's why it looked weird. It was the brightness on my actual screen. Wait, do I have something on my lens? Looks like it was a little bit oily there at the bottom. But that would also go with our good buddy Stuttering John. We repair, John. Oh, before I go on, I almost forgot. There is something. There has been a major mistake. Stuttering John Melendez has blocked me on Twitter, and I'm certain that it was a mistake. He must have just meant to favorite my tweet, or maybe it was the fight card. The only reason I can see that he would block me on purpose on Twitter would be that he really wants to do that fight with the entire Shuli network, one after another, freshman, and John, go after Shuli. I will take producer Joe, and we've got some other dabblers to take care of Mike Morse and Bomb Levy, even though you call him Bomb, but he's single-handedly propping up the Shuli network and probably MLC too.
Fan, just like
is anyone watching MLC for anything other than
it should be a
drama
very fun show.
and
we
Levy?
Also have the great John Fugelsang on the show today. No beer on the balcony today. I'm going to do that on Tuesday unless I
Are you
hear
having a
back
beer
from the
indoors
guest
instead, John?
that I'm trying to get today. Because I've been emailing him and I haven't heard back. So
Did I introduce myself? I'm Dillon. I'm the co-host. This is your host, John. You see the label right there, mirrored. Yeah, I definitely got something on my camera. Look at that. Look at that down there. I've got to fix that.
Don't worry. I'll just double it up for next week. Let me say hi to Wes Webb. Andrea,
yeah, I guess I'll keep that up there. He's keeping his PayPal up.
Mark P with the badge.
And we might as well go ahead and plug the Shuli Detractor show while we're at it, since John and I are both here.
Take it by the hand, Gypsy Mama. Thank you. The Cynthia Rice, J.M. Vandy, Marco V, 193, Karen Berry.
I worked with a Marco V. I was so disappointed he wasn't 193. He had no idea what I was talking about when I brought it up.
Shorty 1. My mom is here. J.M. Vanny, you listen to Clyburn.
Should I have gone past the roll call? This is fascinating. Just listing off names.
This is just getting crazier and crazier. We're going to cover this with Mr. Fugelsang and Joe, Agent 99.
Yeah, let's get a little further ahead in the roll call. First super chat. It's a super sticker.
Old time. Thanks for the first super chat. On super chat.
Oh, I'm so excited that John got his super chats back. You can go over to Stuttering John. He's taken the awful MLC strategy of broadcasting live and then putting it private for his Patreons. But that is probably a good strategy for John, because you're going to win me back. You hurt me in November, John, when you stopped with your Patreon all of a sudden. But this is a good strategy to get me back. I did not see the Hypocrisy Police live with our good buddy Richard Ojeda, but I want to see it. So I'm probably going to get on that Patreon.
Let's see. Boom, boom.
Yeah, a super sticker. I cannot get super chats currently. That might be, thank you for chiming in, Commander Cheadle. That might be a reason why John hasn't shown up. He's being a little frugal with channels with and without super chats, and I do not meet the minimums yet. But as that scroll says down bottom, like, subscribe, comment, and more people will see this, and we will get monetized, and John will come and take his rightful place in the host chair on Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor show with Dillon.
Okay.
New episode dropped yesterday. Oh boy, so many revisions.
Okay.
I think I worked harder in that one than the other two combined.
Support my page by sending stars, a digital gift that helps me earn money. And Dawn O'Leary.
Oh, we're still in the roll call. We can keep on going. There's what some people said in the super chat. Jules David is there, a superstar of the Dabbler chat community.
Moderator, just remember.
There's some people that still think that's actually Jules David. No. Mike David's wife, the hermit Mike David, and his hermit wife are not communicating
and by the way, this guy
with other broadcasters. Patterson, he is in his own world doing 8 hours a day like Pat Dixon. I don't know why Pat Dixon's doing 8 hours a day, but he did an episode with Ari Jane. And if it's not 3 hours long, I'll check it out. John, take tips. 3 hours, too long, John.
Super
long John Silva's fuck yeah, Chipper.
Megan Wilson, thanks for the $5, John. I'm so excited you have Fugelsang as a guest. He's so funny. Why doesn't he ever book you for his serious show? Okay. Well, I've been on his serious show.
I need to make my
so nice try.
Coat hanger more apparent. I don't know how John does it with those flat shoulders.
Rod Sullivan from Mexico.
My coat hanger keeps slipping down. His coat hanger is staying in place.
Show. Jules David, new YouTube member. All righty. And I'll get to the end here because John is waiting. I can't wait to hear John. There's two big stories right now. Donald Trump.
8 inches big?
What was it? 14.
Oh, thank you for the politics, John. He was not president for like 2 years. Oh, is this our Fugelsang?
So John,
I was going to pick a Richard Ojeda episode, but I actually picked this one because of his second guest. I wish we had some more one-on-one time with John to show him what him and I could have together if he could make it out to a Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor show with Dillon one of these days. But come on, John. That can go on for months and months and months if you come. But with me, by the end of the summer, I'm out of ideas. So I'm doing the best I can. I'm keeping that host chair warm for you. Come on back and take the host chair, and it can be the most well thought out Stuttering John podcast on the internet.
John,
With me
I
as your
love you,
producer,
man.
or you could bring
Let's
me
come
on
back
as
again,
a producer of the Hypocrisy Police, if you like. I will start out as the associate producer. I have no problem with that, and earning my stripes as a producer.
Thank you.
And say hi to Hal and everybody at the show.
I'm going to say hi to all of them for you, okay?
Yes, say hi to all of them for me.
I will. Thank you.
All right, John, I'll see you, man.
Peace.
All right, the great John Fugelsang. Before I bring in my next guest, let me just do a little sponsor here.
All right. A sponsor that definitely exists.
Well, I bet all the time on BetOnline.
Look at that fan hitting his hair.
After all, it's the fastest
Let's
and
get you
easiest way to
in
wager
the
on
big
all your
position,
favorite
John.
sports, contests,
Get that out of the
and
way.
first to market odds and lines. Find reviews and news of every
You can kind
league,
of see it.
including Major League Baseball,
He's got the fan rolling.
NFL, NBA, NHL, combat
He's
sports, esports,
reaching off
and even
screen.
golf.
Oh man, so many.
BetOnline.ag
Oh boy, so many good drop the needles. I missed them. I missed so many good drop the needles of John faces
From
right
live
there.
in-game betting,
I've
props,
got
and
I've got to put together a
Head to
collage
BetOnline.ag
and throw it on
today,
Reddit.
or use your mobile device to join today.
Since
make
John's
your
returned,
first
I
sports bet.
have so
Use our
many
promo
screen
code
grabs. I'm gonna run out of space on my computer. I've got so many screen grabs of
to
John.
receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline.ag, where the game starts. And I
was hoping that was going to be a little more than a sponsor
Yankees
that
lost
definitely
and just
exists.
didn't get a home run, but I'm double downing. Now I'm gonna
Double downing.
Now I bet today on
I'll double down.
BetOnline.ag that both Aaron Judge and John Carl Stanton will hit a home run. So we'll see what happens. And I know that Joe from Jersey will have plenty to say about that. You were at the game.
Here we
yesterday,
go.
huh,
John with a lady.
I was indeed. I'm not very happy about the outcome of that game. I was not very happy sitting there watching that game. It was an incredibly long game, and we left
8 inches
very
long?
deflated. It sucked.
I
So
know, and
deflated, flaccid.
brought your
Ooh, a
son,
shower,
and
not a
he's
grower.
big Aaron Judge
Lucky
fan, and
bastard.
you had to
Looks good on
actually
film.
Sit through people booing the home run champion,
Yeah.
Aaron Judge.
I gotta say, I really didn't expect that. The last game we were at, he was still chasing 62. He was sitting at 61, and everybody was
Over under on how long John gets
holding
creepy.
their breaths, and everyone loved him, and it was like this unity and being this great big Judge fan. And then I'm sitting there yesterday, I'm like, holy fuck, this guy is booing Judge, and not only
Doggy wants to make a
Is there a
cameo
little
too,
bit of
huh?
a fight between like the fans sitting around us? Like I gotta admit, I was like, don't boo him, fuck off. But he was not alone, and that was surreal. And my son was
You
like,
are
"Whoa,
not
this isn't cool. They're gonna get rid of
alone.
him, and I know he's gonna go somewhere else." I'm like, he doesn't get his shit together. He can't play like this in the playoffs. He just can't.
No, and how old?
Look
is
at
your son?
John very
He's
actively paying
13.
attention there.
He's 13.
Oh yeah.
Jules
man, you gotta
David,
touch,
bam! I can't believe you went away from the internet when getting Jules David to give you $100 per episode. She doesn't leave the house often, and she's giving you $100.
How could you boo?
Well, I guess you don't need
he
to
must
leave
have
the
been
house for
pissed
that,
off,
do you?
right?
I
Since
think
the Home
he
Shopping
takes it very
Network,
personally.
Amazon.
He this whole season he's been worried that this is Judge's last season. Like that's the kind of kid he is. He gets anxious about stuff.
Excuse me.
And I think he literally felt hurt by it. He was like, "That's my hero. Like, how could you boo him?" He was so also defensive. He's like, "Mom, we not everybody
does
hits
want to
all
make
the
a cameo.
time, and you got to give him a chance. And he's not going to be perfect." I'm like, I don't expect him to be perfect, but I certainly expect him to be better than 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts.
You definitely don't need to go out.
Like, the
You
whole
just
ride
went
home was
out.
like, I know he's going to go.
So just
somewhere
sit
else.
and make a cameo, look pretty for the camera.
At this point, I don't know.
He's not going anywhere else. The Yankees are not going to let
Look,
him
we
go.
both have a guest, John.
Guarantee it.
I hope you're right.
You tell your son that Stuttering John
Leave it for the ASMR episode,
All right, I'm
Rosa.
putting it down. I'm putting it in pencil.
Yeah, on this date, October 15th, 2022,
Okay.
he'll be signed. He's the next Derek Jeter. He's the face of the franchise.
Yeah, but Derek Jeter in
Now, how do I get from baseball to bonus? Usually I go the other way.
Is October's like that's the problem.
Hey, you're on the
Okay,
show.
mark my words.
You don't need
Okay,
to
all right, I'm writing it down.
be all
I'm
lippy
gonna come for you
anymore.
if you're wrong because it's predicted. It's written in pencil on my paper, so I'm gonna come for you if you're wrong.
Jules David, thanks for the $100 super chat.
No more.
It's been 14 months since my last super chat. Thank you for unblocking me. Take this
It's
and get
John.
JoJo
We
some
want to be kind to
cocktails.
John,
All right.
Rosa. He's
Well,
not
I
going to
would
come
if I
and
was from
do
Jersey,
Stuttering
but
John
unfortunately
Shuli
right now
Detractor
I'm in
show
LA,
if we're
so
if we're not very nice to him.
Get JoJo some cocktails and take her and his son to the Yankee game
Oh man, that was great.
because I do have a connection over there. So
That would be amazing.
I told you about
It's a
time
USB connection.
I was there in the elevator riding down with Brian Cashman, and
Echo.
because I used to hang out, at the front office, and I'm there, and it's right when they signed Clemens.
Oh my god.
And Yankee fans were pissed because he was from the dreaded Red Sox.
Yeah.
So as we're riding down
Dreaded
the elevator, he
Red
goes,
Six.
John, just watch. I'm gonna get booed.
Pardon me. Wow, what a
why?
noise to make directly
Just
into the mic
watch.
without a mute.
The elevator doors open, and there is all.
Oh, maybe
fans.
this one.
No, you
Like I
suck.
didn't see the genius of Carl or the hack that is Shuli clip any of this interview. Maybe there's a reason. This one seems to be less eventful than other John interviews.
I don't blame them for that. At all. I fucking hate Clemens. I always did.
I know I didn't like him either.
Yeah.
So, Joe, I love your tweets.
Thank
And,
you.
obviously you're doing
We're
something
winning
right
this
because
show.
you have over
John, it's
600,000
think we're
Twitter
unprofessional,
followers.
Rosa.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
And it's so great because
Don't want to let John think we're unprofessionals.
frequent guest on the show is, I stutter on ours, Joe, is Ron Filipkowski.
Mhm.
Philip Kowski.
And-
Is that the
and
guy
he
with
said,
the
"Oh, I'm having Joe."
question marks all over his suit that would try to sell us cheap ways to make money? Or you could write a book in the 90s in between cartoons.
On my first show. And I'm like, oh, wow, I follow her. I go,
I follow her every
I
day.
love that girl. Her tweets are great.
About
And then
6 paces
like,
back.
Oh, yeah. I go,
What,
well,
so she doesn't
God,
get afraid.
ask her to come on my show, will you? And he goes, yeah, I will.
Yeah, and because some guy sent me a dick pic years ago. I closed my DMs. Such a literal asshole move. My brother died. I put up a tweet about
Is
my
it an
brother
asshole
died, and
move
this
or a dick move?
asshole-
Make
He's
up
like,
your
"Oh, I'll
mind,
treat you up with
lady.
some pictures of my dog. Every day for like a week straight. A picture of his dog, picture of his dog, picture of his dog. And the last day, picture of his dog, picture of his dick. So I closed my DMs after that. That's a long way to get around to. Yeah, so Ron said to me, hey, Stuttering John wants you on his podcast. I was like, holy fuck, I love him. I didn't even know you had a Twitter account. No offense, but I was like, oh shit, and I got to follow you back. And
Stuttering John
like,
does have a
so
Twitter
flattered.
account, and I have a Twitter account
Yeah,
too.
no,
And
I
get
enjoyed
the word
some
to John.
tweets that-
I'm sure that this was a mistake. He went to retweet the Shuli Detractor Show episode 2. I was able to tag him in the first 2. I was not able. Well, I was still able to write his name, so I imagine he sees it, but I can't communicate with John because he's a Butterfingers sometimes, and he hits block instead of retweet. So come on, John. We can make this Stuttering John Shuli Detractor go for months and months and months.
I mean,
Me alone, I can't.
How did you
Can't.
How did you feel when Herschel Walker takes that stupid badge?
Oh, thank you,
which is
political
such,
John.
like,
That's
so
right.
many people get those.
He turned
badges.
his comedy
Right.
show into a political show in 2020 because it was so important to win the election. And then apparently it was still important to win the election 2 years after the man he wanted was in office. So
Actually thinks he's a police officer.
Well,
I
I'm
believe you're
really-
working towards
he's
the
fucking
January
insane,
6th
first of all.
people's
But-
theories there, John, when you have this show that you're turning political in order to get someone elected. And then after the election, you just keep on doing it that way. You're playing into the conspiracy theorists there, I believe.
The thing about Herschel, I think we all know, like you obviously know this, we have to laugh. If we don't laugh at some of this shit, we're gonna lose our minds, blow our brains out. Like,
Oh
we
yeah, you're
need-
just a political analyst, aren't you?
the
You've got
boring
nothing to
stuff,
plug
like,
but
come on,
politics.
give
You all are just gonna. Okay, Herschel Walker. That was good. He said some foolish things. So we'll pick up here.
I have to respond to that. And you know what's so funny? I am with many police officers.
JoJo doesn't look like Madonna now. Madonna doesn't look like Madonna. Like that plastic surgery seems like a great idea at the time, doesn't it? If I had a producer, I'd have him bring up a side by side of Madonna through the years. And she still has her teeth, right? I've got a teeny little gap. She always had that noticeable gap. Some people say I don't have a gap between my teeth. It's there. It's just much smaller than Madonna or David Letterman.
I asked you to put that prop away.
Well, it's not. This is real. And he said, I never
It is
worked with law
considered a
enforcement.
prop, Mr. Walker. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
You're very well aware
Mr.
of the
Walker.
rules.
You cannot make that shit up.
And he really thinks.
Okay, that's good.
He's
Tim
a
being
police
stupid. But
officer.
Herschel Walker did a lot of stupid things
like,
when he was running.
7,000 layers of brain damage, I think. But
But she is good at getting a good laugh. Listen to the just joy in her voice as she laughs at someone with brain damage.
like insane.
Very ableist of you, JoJo.
He's like, no, this is real. Like literally, he went to the.
She's on the host.
Halloween
She's on a
store
show
and
with
got
someone with
freaking
brain
cop
damage.
costume.
Do you work in the cranial ward, the head trauma ward? You seem to have a thing for people with brain damage.
I'm a police officer, but I mean, he also says he's a good father. You know, he's a deadbeat. He also says he got good grades. He didn't even like pass. I mean, he's the path.
Are we still talking about Herschel here, or are we talking to about the man right next to you? Let's hear a couple of those details again. Oh, do you do a show? That is a great screen capture. If JoJo does a show, that's what's going on the thumbnail.
I'm a police officer, but I mean, he also says he's a good father. You know, he's a deadbeat. He also says he got good grades. He didn't
What do you
even,
think of that,
like,
John?
pass. I mean, he's
A guy who says he's a
pathological
good
liar,
father,
but
but
he's
it's a
also
deadbeat
insane
and
and
doesn't see his children. What do you think of that, John?
He's a very stupid man.
Jillian from New
Holy
York
shit,
City.
he wasn't paying
216.
attention. He wasn't paying attention at all. Let's go back to that deadbeat line again.
Also says he got good grades. He didn't even like pass. I mean, he's a
taking nothing
pathological
in.
liar, but he's also insane and he's criminally stupid. He's a very stupid man.
Jillian from New York City.
Reaction.
216.
Like he's literally trying to figure it out in his head. Wait a minute, did she turn on me? Have the trolls gotten to her? She was still talking about Herschel Walker, John.
Dude, thanks for the $5. JoJo looks like
Garth, do you have or Wayne rather? Do you have anything to say about John right now?
You're not really listening to me, are you?
Madonna. Well, that's a good compliment, huh?
Am I supposed to?
She doesn't know how to take that.
Thank you, Jimmy, for the
Because yes,
$8
young
super
Madonna
chat.
compliment.
So do you do
Madonna
a lot
in
of these
98,
shows, Joe?
2002 compliment. After that,
More and more now than I ever did. Like I did Ron's. That was so fun because we just got to trash. We literally did what I do on Twitter and it just trashed like all the Trumps and
you were trashing them.
Cruz and
How
shit, and
dare you trash them? That is such libel and slander when you trash people, JoJo.
that was so fun. But I had my own regular podcast for a little while, and then that didn't, we didn't finish it. But I love doing this stuff.
Ooh, she had her own podcast for a while. Yes, you, I believe, are on deck. Please have a video version. I don't know if this would work as an audio version, even though I'm attempting to release this as audio only upcoming soon. I'm being more aware
I think
of
a lot of my sense of humor
describing
comes from listening
things.
to you guys.
We'll see how
years
that
and years
goes.
ago. I
The
think
first few
that's very
episodes,
much in my
not
lane as
designed
far
for
as
audio at all. They're going to hate it.
Oh, that's awesome. Joe, this is your pin tweet. Maybe someday women in America will have as many rights as guns do. And that's like, and that's one of the first things that I wanted to talk to you about as a woman. How the hell does that make you feel?
How does that make you feel? That is the question John goes to so often. He goes on a filibuster. How does that make you feel?
That they overturned Roe v. Wade as a woman.
It makes me feel like I'm not a citizen. I'm not a full citizen. And I'm not just worried about myself. Obviously, I'm a mom and I have a son and a daughter. And I'm worried.
I got to say, John, I heard that Richard Ojeda episode was very politic heavy. And when you get into politics, Lily Tomlin and I really agree.
Leave me the fuck alone.
But we want you doing comedy, John, or we just want you being you. Just don't read political headlines and then go on a diatribe about it for your entire show. That'd be great.
I'm worried about them. But it also pisses me the fuck off. Like, who do you think you are coming in and literally taking rights that I had away from me? How is my daughter at 9 years old less free than I was at 9 years old? It's 2020 fucking two. What?
20 fucking two.
And the
hey, that's a
overreach of it.
pedophile. Uncle Paul was a 20 fucking a two there for a while there, JoJo. What do you think of that 20 fucking 2, huh?
Fills me with so much rage, and I think I know I'm not.
Sorry
alone.
about
I know men and women feel the same way, and look at Kansas.
At least
I
it was
mean,
in the
I
John
know I'm not
episode, so
alone.
it's very
I'm
appropriate.
Literally on fire with rage.
Yeah. And do you have a daughter?
Yeah, I have a 9-year-old.
Oh, gee.
Let's hear that excitement again. How happy are you about your child, JoJo?
Kansas. I mean, I know I'm not alone. I'm literally on fire with rage.
Yeah. And do you have a daughter?
Yeah, I have a 9-year-old.
Oh, God.
I need an isolation of
Yeah,
that.
so, like, well, she's probably too young to even know about this.
Yeah, she is too young to know about.
At 2 years old, it looked like I'm like a mind freak having a memory when I was 3 years old. A lot of people that I talk to, it's like 5, 6 years old when that memory stuff kicks in. And like I've got little spots here and there. I think my earliest memory ever was being held at the zoo and being there with my family and my oldest brother pushing my middle brother underneath the giraffe's slobber from his tongue so that he would get giraffe spit all over him. That's a good first memory. That might be my firsty first, but I cannot put that in a time and place as I can with the Simpsons roasting over an open fire. I remember recording that. I cannot put into a time and place the time I went to the zoo and my brother made sure my other brother got giraffe spit on him.
And that's when they have the talk, you know what I mean? And so, and you know, girls are getting their periods younger and younger now, and these things are becoming, unfortunately, a fucking reality at 10
Look at
years
John's
old.
face.
And
Now
like,
I think it's time
Ohio
to
had to go out of
hear
state and Jim Jordan
from
freaking attacked.
Wayne.
So, like,
You're not
it's
really
right
listening to
there
me,
around
are
the
you?
corner for us. At her age, even at 9.
Is your
We'll hear
son
from
aware
Garth
of this
eventually.
lunacy?
I think he is, to the extent that because he watches like TikToks and social media and stuff, and he saw all the reactions to things, he had questions. You know, it's funny.
How much longer is
I
this
have
lady
joke
on?
about my son, like
She's on for a while. Let's jump.
Oh, the bread is this much and gas is this much, and they're not doing anything further than that. They're not going any further than that. Honestly, I wish that they would pay a little bit better attention because women in particular should be.
I wish that you would shut
They're
the
on
fuck
fire,
up.
outraged right now.
Is that a
Republican or not.
WATP drop? I think that's a
Republican
WATP
women
drop.
are gonna have
As I've said, I need to
abortions too,
expand
and
my
so
drops.
are their daughters, and so are their sons. Not their sons are not going to have the abortions, but they're going to get people pregnant.
Yeah.
And it doesn't care about your political affiliations. And so I don't understand. I wish I did. I don't. I wish I could get through to them. I mean, maybe I have to keep trying.
Yep, it's becoming more and more apparent why I did not see this lady on the Hack Shuli or the Genius Carl show, because she's not dropping many fun zingers along the way. But we're going to get through this, John. I'm going to try to make this entertaining with you to show you why I make a perfect co-host for you. And that guy who stabbed you in the back on the first episode of the Hypocrisy Police was just way out of line.
But I just don't think it's possible.
Wow, Matt Lopez, thanks for the $20. Remember that sound effect from Howard Stern? Did you know that was me?
Just completely, his mind was no longer in the conversation. $20, thank you. Just completely forgot whatever she said. Looks like she's taking a poop right there, doesn't it? She's in the middle of getting that constipation worked out, and eventually she will plop it in the toilet. But right now, having a little bit of trouble getting that out.
Oh, I did not. It's awesome.
Yeah.
My son asked me a question, and I was like, because I watched
your 9-year-old son, who you're so excited about.
I watched the movie no less than 25 times. Do you think 13 is an okay age to show him that movie? Because I really feel like it's okay.
Which movie? Private Parts?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm going to show
Any
him
movie that I am in, it is okay to show any child of any age. 13, probably 16. I'd say 16. It's got some titties in there. We have the Kielbasa Queen in there. You are the motherfucking Antichrist. Paul Giamatti, probably more of a 16 than a 13. I mean, some 13-year-olds, but not all. Hashtag not all 13-year-olds.
Yeah. So I love this tweet that you sent, and this is someone running for United States Senate just pulled out a
someone running. One day I just felt like running for senator, and I just kept running. And next thing I knew, I was representing millions of people.
And Republicans want to talk about John Fetterman's mental capacity. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, there was a good reason they wanted to talk about that.
I mean, seriously, like, what are we even talking about here? This is apples.
Oh,
and
I don't have Opie, do I?
mayonnaise.
What are you talking about? Well,
Herschel
I don't want to
Walker couldn't-
steal straight from WATP's board. Like WATP, B Dabbler, both have Pee Wee's Big Adventure drops. I'd love to get some Pee Wee on the board, but I don't want to double up on other similar podcasts who already have those
Read
drops.
the closed captioning, let alone like you shouldn't be in charge of the urinal cake replacement at like a truck stop on Route 80, let alone a senator. What the hell are they doing?
I know, it's freaking crazy. And well, I'll tell you, Joe, Herschel better not win. I mean, that'll be
What is it?
Her face dropping. Are either of you in Georgia? Was that a Senate race? Oh yeah, the Senate race makes sense of why you're overarching. Okay.
But what does it say about society? There's only 2 points behind it.
When Richard Ojeda is involved, I love to hear politics from John. If there's no Richard Ojeda, Command Shift 3. Yeah, I want to find her show. I've already got the screen cap picked out for her thumbnail. I've got 3 of them. Please be a video version, JoJo, not just an audio.
After it was realized that he had paid for an abortion, Mr. Family Guy pro-life had paid for an abortion. He lost 1 percentage point. 1. What is wrong with people?
Hey, JoJo. Nope, my Peter doesn't sound like a Peter. I'm going to stop right there. I'll work on that a little bit. Maybe my Peter will sound somewhat acceptable. Nope, it doesn't. We are going to stop that reference right there for a shitty impression. Got to get a shitty impression alarm for when I start something, then hear it in my ears and back down.
Thinks that we might lose the House.
I don't think so.
Just because of all the gerrymandering, but I hope he's wrong.
I hope he's wrong too, and I'm gonna hold tight to my belief that he is wrong because I think the polling isn't accurate at all right now. Polling tends to skew Republican.
Oh well,
anyway.
work is hard.
And I think people, I think a lot of women aren't telling a lot of people in their lives how they're gonna vote because they don't want their
They're getting closer all the time.
And
All right.
I know a friend of mine went out and she toured the country talking to people. She, see what they're feeling right now. And a lot of people said, "Is there any way my husband can find out how I voted? Because I don't want him to know." And I think that's going on right now.
Christian Bale, do you think that she might be able to give us a moment?
No! No! Don't shut me up!
Okay, we won't shut her up.
I think a lot of women and men are going to vote in ways that people wouldn't expect because they're not talking about it, but they're scared and they're pissed too. Because this may only affect certain people right now, but like we said before, it's coming for everybody. And everybody's got to wake up and realize it. And a lot of people are like, I got a gay son or whatever, this is coming for me too. So I don't think look, Judge is not going anywhere.
Judge Dredd, the comic's been around for a while.
I'm not going to guarantee you that the Republicans are not going to take the House, but I'm gonna wager. Maybe it's me being very hopeful.
Okay, you're filibustering a little bit, and I do believe
You are trashing my scene!
So if you could just let John speak for a little bit. He is a fantastic host, and he doesn't just sit back and let his guests go on and on. John does have some great insights, and that is another great shot for a John.
A little bit naive, but I think I really do.
Without words on his head.
And I think we grow our lead in the Senate.
Do you grow at 8 inches?
I'm sure about the Senate.
I am going to.
Yes, I am too.
I'm going to just smash that punchline into the fucking ground till I can't use it anymore.
I even think Val Demings is going to unseat Rubio.
There she is with her constipation face again.
That motherfucker so much. I hate him more than anybody. I hate him, and I love her.
All right, let's jump ahead again. She's still here. Oh, the video that John talked about several minutes ago. He finally plays it.
Catherine has a comment for you. JoJo, you're effing adorable. Love listening.
Catherine, you're
Ooh,
beautiful.
Catherine,
I love you.
would you like to do a scene with JoJo?
Come with me everywhere I go, so I can
You got a pretty picture too. We'll call it the blonde cat.
I saw you retweeted this, and I was interested in. So this is the Good Liars who have been on the show.
Oh, I love them so much.
The good ones.
Yeah, so let's listen to this.
Here we go. What John was talking about minutes ago.
Let's go, Brandon! Make America great again! Let's go, Brandon!
And what does Let's Go Brandon mean?
What do you think it means? FJB. Look, Joe Biden! Boom!
Why not just say it? Why though? Let's go, Brandon. Why not just say fuck Joe
Because it was
Biden?
funny how it originated. The origination is so fucking funny. I don't know if that newscaster at NASCAR knew what she was doing, if knew she was censoring, or if she actually couldn't hear it. But the origination of "Let's Go, Brandon" is fucking hilarious.
On national television, get away with it. And everybody knows what it means.
It means fuck Joe Biden.
It means fuck Joe Biden.
All right, so we're seeing a lot of that here. A lot of people here want to fuck Joe Biden.
John does. John really wants to. He's got the lube. He doesn't even have the rubbers, though. John isn't a rubbers guy.
Let's go, Brandon.
John wants to feel that blonde hair on young Joe's legs when he was a Baywatch. When he was a lifeguard.
How they get them to own themselves is my favorite thing about them. Like, it's not hard to get them to own themselves just on the sheer lunacy of the shit that they say, but that was particularly fucking hysterical. Because a lot of people here want to fuck Joe Biden. Brilliant. Did you see that? I just caught the caption on when he says F.
Fuck with me.
J-B.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I know.
Me.
They're so stupid. And there are Let's Go Brandon flags all over my town. All over my town.
And you know, it's I like the dark Brandon because Joe Biden is doing so much.
People in the town aren't a fan of the mixedness that is going on here.
Shit, and yet, I don't know about you, but I have people who think he's.
She definitely made herself up for this. She's looking very pretty, and I'm wondering if she's always that pretty or if there's a pound of makeup on there. You are looking very pretty, JoJo. Well done.
What are you talking about? He's doing more for you than I think any president has.
Oh, I think she's reached her limit. I think she's done with John now.
I mean, what happened since Trump is that truth is no longer truth. It's no longer fact, right? Facts and truth are subject to opinion. And if you're in a bubble like they are and you want to believe the things you want to believe, somebody can tell you, despite everything they could show you.
Yeah, what people consider facts, everyone is just saying...
Give me a fucking answer! What don't you get about it?
Yeah, everyone just wants an answer, and
the Biden is a
they're
failure
looking
and he's
for
not
it.
doing anything for you, and you're gonna believe it. And it's nuts because you could print out a list of his accomplishments. He did that, by the way, with really no Senate majority and the slimmest majority in the House. He did all of those things with people from the other.
Okay, let's just get to Eddie Murphy for an overarching analysis of what John and JoJo are saying about Republicans.
Yes! Fuck you too!
And we're jumping ahead.
I really call a lot. Yeah, and
Speaking of falling, here's free falling. 8.7% inflation.
Wish we could play that. That's DMCA copywritten.
We are doing great here.
Petty stuff. Maybe someone can make us a parody that is legally distinct.
And this was a great line.
Maybe I could.
Last night
I need to get back into that audio horse shit.
A patient's room is too cramped for a woman, her doctor,
For a
and
woman.
the U.S. government. I love that line, and I saw that you liked it as well.
John is talking like high pitch Eric. Look, I'm a woman and you're a woman.
Yep. That is a great line. I love Warnock. I mean, he's incredible.
I had a great line last night. It was a thick one and it went down so smooth.
He's the perfect candidate, really. And for all of those pseudo Christians, he's a Christian. He's a practicing
Is he
Christian.
an edge? And a Christian?
You've got a guy who says he's a Christian who's paying for abortions, which is his prerogative. And then you've got a real Christian. It's crazy. He's a perfect candidate. I love him. Love him.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you a question because this has been difficult.
I didn't listen to anything you just said, and I'm going to ask you something, and I may or may not listen to it.
You know, I love the hearings. I love the Jan 6 hearings. I mean, it's awesome, and I'm loving Liz Cheney. And I never thought in my life I would ever say that I would be supporting a Cheney.
Mm-hmm.
What are your
I support Cheney's on my tires in the winter.
And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'll say it.
Almost made a good wordplay joke there, and I fucked all over myself. I support Cheney's on my tires in the winter. That was almost a fun wordplay joke. Ooh, look at that. Command Shift 3.
Again till I
JoJo has a bunch of good stills
Right
for her
now,
episode
it's
that is upcoming
what
as
we're
she has
fighting
a
for,
video
what's at
version of
stake
her
is so
podcast.
much bigger than politics, platform, and policy. I don't agree with anything Liz Cheney believes in terms of reproductive rights or LGBTQ or the environment or marriage equality. We don't.
So basically what you're saying is she's just walking around, right?
Then why the fuck are you walking right through? Like this in the background. What the fuck is it with you?
Jumping ahead again.
It's fake. It's me. It's being videoed. It's my voice, but it's fake. That's what they're rolling with because they're insane and stupid.
I'm rolling with ecstasy.
I love this because
The dealer called it a very acidy ecstasy, to which I was like, fuck yeah, I'd rather have a hallucination anyway than a trip.
hard about it, but you were saying, and I'm also having your JoJo's weekly newsletter. If you want to become a subscriber, how do you do that, Joe?
I would like to
It's right
subscribe
in
to
my
your
bio,
newsletter
and it's right
in the
right
year
underneath my bio, and
2023.
It's free, totally free.
And then now, is this is Speaker Pelosi saying, I hope he comes.
I don't know. I've got so many newsletters that when I get another one.
Leave me the fuck alone.
That's the second time I did that one today. I should have picked another Lily to do.
I'm going to be happy. Is that what she was saying about Trump?
Oh my God, it's epic. I mean, I knew Nancy Pelosi was a badass before. I think we can all agree that she's a badass.
We can all agree that she is an inside trading skeleton. She is now Skeletor, and like so many of the politicians do it, but just absolutely no subterfuge. And why start now?
She's up to Trump so many times. But so I don't know if you saw it. If you're not, if I'll send it to you. So there, she's in her office, and it's before the insurrection has begun. It's just Trump doing his little speech, or it must have just ended. Because one of her staff members says to her, "Oh, and by the way, they said Secret Service he wanted to walk to the Capitol, and they told
you're
him
not
they
making
didn't
this
have the
easy
ability
for
to
me
protect him."
as
And
your
then
co-host.
she says,
Now, what is easy is the Shuli Detractor show with Dillon. Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor show. I have so much to say about the incompetent boob, the man who is so full of himself because he was adjacent to greatness while he himself has minimal talent. And I cannot wait to get all this off my chest and be done with it because you are such a fuck up and you really look down at everyone, lucked into success. And I cannot wait to see you stumble because, if Bob Levy is really the pillar there. If Bob Levy comes crumbling down, the Shuli Network comes crumbling down. If he stays, Shuli Network can go on. That's just the short of it.
good. Let him try. Let him trespass. And then says, she's got like her mask around her chin and she's like drinking a glass of water or whatever. And she's like, I would love him to come here. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. I would love him to trespass.
You would love him to come here?
And then I'll
Or
go
here?
to jail and I'll be happy. And I swear to God, if I could download that as a ringtone, I would. Again, that's a conversation I had with my son because I was like, that's everybody says, every independent voter I know, Democrats don't have any teeth. They're such pussies. Like, why are you guys?
So you had like George Carlin and Lenny Bruce, who did such masterful genius time in comedy on politics, and everyone thinks they can do that. And when the door came busting open, I guess in 2016 specifically, the conservative talk and comedians were doing it longer, but when the door busted open for the Democratic comedians to talk about politics in 2016, oh, a lot of you shouldn't have busted through the door. A lot of you are not making a good case for your party and instead pushing people to the other side and should have shut the fuck up, and you're still going on about it.
You guys keep taking the shit from Republicans. And it's like, God damn it, Nancy Pelosi is not taking their shit. She is meeting the fight where the fight is.
If it's in the stock market, she's taking their shit.
Let's Go Brandon folks are offended that the Speaker of the House that she would punch out the freaking traitors. Then
Skeletor can't punch out anyone. Look how old and frail she is. Let's see. There's a super chat about. That's an actual fan. It's not a troll.
Came along.
I mean, he blew that out of the water. He took that bar and
he blew me in the water. That's why I thought we had something special, John. You blew me in the water.
And didn't you laugh when Trump was bragging
The whole fucking time, huh? This is 2022. This is 2 years after he has not been in office, and you never shut the fuck up about it. And I heard you still haven't shut the fuck up about it on your show with Ojeda. God damn it.
Because we're starting to feel really disheartened here. So, like, just give us something to keep us.
There's plenty of
fired
other
up and
Republicans to
believing
talk
that
about
justice
without
will
the guy who
prevail,
hasn't
because
been
it
in
can get
office for
really
2-3
hard
years.
for
Fuck.
everybody to keep believing that when you're like, why does he keep getting away with this shit? You know, but I personally believe that Garland will follow the rule of law, and I think that there will
Fascinating.
be like light character work on TikTok. I have a Southern character who's I call Becky Sue, and I can do a Southern accent pretty easily. It's not real hard
Where's my
for me
phone?
to do it.
Ah, damn it.
Like,
I lost power and I
can
didn't
put it on
plug it
I
in.
can
Shit.
probably even do British, I guess, but it's not that good. But anyway.
Okay, you and I can go back and forth, but you're British and my British. I did it in a couple of plays, and I have fooled a few people. If I keep going on and on like this, it will degenerate, and they will notice that I am full of shit, like that fool. I don't think I did that right, but I do know arse, not ass. Arse in the UK accent, not ass.
Tried to do Jersey, and I was like, so what's going on? Let's talk.
TikTok.
Let's have some
Maybe we'll
coffee.
have some talk
I
for
was like,
sure.
why I can't do
the end
it?
of next
I can't do
episode.
New Jersey. I have no idea why. And I've tried because Tina Forte, I call her Bronx Bobert. You know, the girls running against AOC. Let's call her a girl. Let's be generous.
Yes.
I want to make a parody video going after her as her.
Do
as
it.
someone like her.
Do it
and I
live.
can't do it. Hey,
Do you need someone to write it for you? Bill O'Reilly
like
can.
Oscar the Grouch. I don't know what happened.
Or Andrew Dice Clay. That's how.
Hey,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm fucking here.
All right, Rodney Tangent.
Hello, King of all
I
diffs.
can't
Thank you for
do
coming
a
in.
Jersey accent.
This
I don't
one
know
has
why.
been full of
I think
politics.
moved so much, and I never
I
lived
can
in, like,
see
the
why
hard
this was
Jersey
not
where they
covered by
open
anyone.
talk.
This
But I
this
say, like,
lady
bathroom and
stinks.
stuff like that. Mall, you know, but I don't.
I'm doing my best as the co-host to get through
Let me hear your
this
Southern
and show
accent.
John that I
What's
can
that?
make the best of a bad situation.
Let me hear your Southern
Oh boy,
accent.
this one's
hold on.
been
So
rough.
Becky
I
Sue
think
opens
I've dealt
her
with it all
video
right though.
vlogs by saying, hey y'all, it's me, Becky Sue here, doing another video vlog update for y'all.
Mhm.
So, update, and
I
she's
already played that clip. Are you going to make me play that clip
tough.
again?
I'm trying to come up with a funny way for her to say subpoena. I don't think she's going to come out with sup peenies or something like that. So she's real.
Thank you for explaining the joke before you ever told it. That's even funnier that we know how and why the punchline. Garth, what do you think of her?
You're a freak with a microphone.
Okay, Garth.
People
That's
think
enough,
that I
Garth.
don't do that accent, and I swear
You can
to
be
God.
nicer about your opinions of JoJo.
That is often you. That's awesome. You should do a Marjorie Trailer Green TikTok.
I could do that.
Trailer.
Yeah, I
He
did
likes
one-
Marjorie
Albeit
Trailer
you're a lot
so
prettier
much.
than Marjorie Trailer Green, but
That's oh god, her eyes. Like
Is
she
he the one that did
didn't fully
Marjorie
evolve.
Treason Green
eyes
as
are
well?
So
Trailer,
criminally close
treason.
together, and I know it's not nice to judge.
I know.
People are fat shaming left, right, and center all over Twitter these days, and it's
You have a
mean,
fat ass?
and
Ooh, come on, get up. Let me see that fat ass. I'm a fan. They control you all. They can troll you all they want. I love me a fat ass. Look at you. You look thin. You got a thin frame. If you got a fat ass on you,
not nice.
I can
Fine,
listen to your
'cause I
fucking
can make fun
babble.
of her eyes being like, not, criminally close together, and whatever. Yeah, but she's. I call her Sporkfoot. That's what I call her.
Yeah. Kevin Plans, thanks for the $10.
Hi, Tina
We have
Piazza.
to
Thank you
vote,
for
or
joining.
We are going to.
We
be
are a
able
few
to
minutes
actually
away from wrapping up. I think I made the best of a bad situation on this one.
JoJo is gorgeous. Well, there you go.
Thank goodness John took 7 months off. This was tough. And now he is back in rare form. I cannot wait to pay him money to watch that Richard Ojeda Hypocrisy Police episode that I missed.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to give John money. I'm
So,
definitely
okay,
going to
so
give him
when you're
super
in
chats.
Jersey, so where do
He
you
got
meet your
super chats enabled. So I have to ask him, hey, John, what happened? You accidentally blocked me on Twitter, right? Because you meant to retweet my latest episode of Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor show with Dillon. Or maybe, as I said earlier, he might have been upset of me trying to get the fight with Shuli down to just him and Shuli, not a fresh man every round. So it was either a mistake or a disagreement over booking for why John has blocked me on Twitter. It's just silliness. We're after the same goal, John.
And Jersey.
No, but where? At like a
community college. So community college. So I was on a date.
I had a great time in community college.
With a guy.
That's where I got into
Mike
theater.
Summer, if you're out there, you could have had this. And I saw this person I was in class with on stage in Romeo and Juliet. And I was like, I turned to my date and I said, I'm in love with that guy. I'm in love with him. I'm going to marry him.
Oh, Tina Piazza. You're a
His
Piazza.
girlfriend at the time, I didn't know, but was sitting
Didn't
behind
even
me. in her-
acknowledge that you're a Piazza.
And yeah. And so then
King
I
of all
just kinda
diffs
made it my
says, I hate
mission
John so
to
much.
date
I hope
him.
he falls. He
I
fails.
did, like a year later.
Well, let's pause JoJo for a moment so we can give the king of diffs his proper due, who says, I hate John so much. I hope he fails in a spectacular way. Well, that's why I'm trying to be here for John, to be his co-host, to keep him from failing in a spectacular way. But as we saw with the first episode of Hypocrisy Police, he's not on the success trail right now. Come over to this trail and we can get Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor show on the air for months and months and months. Yeah, it's done in a few weeks if you don't come join me, John. I'm running out of material. I only have so much.
We divorced this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were together. I was a baby. I was 20 years old, 19 when I met him, 20 when I started dating him, and I'm really old now.
Wow. Oh my
So you
God.
do have a pound of makeup on, covering all those wrinkles on your face.
With him for 28 years?
Yep.
So
Yep.
what happened?
People grow together and people grow apart.
Yeah, I know.
And because I met him so young.
I show together. I do not grow together.
And sort of just went whole hog into a relationship that I never let myself explore
My whole hog is some people's helmet.
me. That sounds like masturbation, but I don't mean it like that. But like, because I've done that, but I never really like explored who I was or what I wanted, because I was living this life as this.
Because you have a 9-year-old you're so excited about. Those who weren't there for that clip, that's I got to start clipping episodes and start with this one. She is just thrilled to have a 9-year-old.
With this other person, and I never really, took the time to investigate what mattered to me or what my voice was. And little by
Well, we
little,
got your voice
Trump
now. That's for damn
awakened this
sure.
in me.
Thank you for finding
Sadly,
your
he kind of
voice.
reignited my
Telling
soul
it to
because
us.
it was so disgusting, and I was so angry.
Can you
and
show
I was
that
so
ass to
determined
us?
to
You said you
fucking
got a
make
big
him
one.
go
You said you're
away,
fat. Let's see
like
that
my voice started
big ass on that
reemerging,
little
and I was like,
frame.
oh shit, I'm back. I'm still here. And I think that's really when my marriage started to slip the most, because I was starting to reemerge, and it was a
John,
huge adjustment. And
I don't think you're paying attention again. Christian Bale has something to say to you.
This is the second time that he doesn't give a fuck.
Come on, John.
relationship where someone
Pay
who's been
attention
sort of,
to
like,
the pretty lady
dormant
so you can ask her
and
out on a
compliant
date at the.
starts
Oh, he hasn't been
opening up
creepy at
and
all during this.
feelings, and,
Congratulations.
there can be some friction that
A
comes along
round
with
of
that.
applause
You are
for
getting a
John.
lot of love
We did
from
not see
John.
him being creepy with JoJo once this time. I am simply amazed. Great job, John. I was not
Kevin
expecting
Goodman,
that out of
JoJo
you.
does
You
not
are
look her
more of a
age. What
professional
is
than I
your
gave you credit
secret?
for.
Booze.
And you can really chastise me when you show up for this week's Stuttering John Shuli Detractor show with Dillon for underestimating you. I
Oh,
should
you're
not
a
have done
woman
that,
of my
John.
dreams.
I mean, wine every fucking night.
I'm more of a beer guy, but Jacqueline Chapman, she is so funny.
I'm a Coors Light guy.
Aw,
I drink about
That's more
a
important
case
to me
a morning.
than any compliment about my looks. I would rather be funny than pretty any day.
I'm more efficient with my drinking. I'm an IPA guy. I have 2 for the night and I'm done.
And
instead
then
of 12.
Susan Gold, I did that too, Joe. I don't know what I think she means.
Masturbate.
Oh,
Gotta be. Yeah, good.
Christian Bale, could you do an impression of JoJo?
No! No! Don't shut me up!
That's a good one.
All
Christian
right,
Bale, I
Susan,
think,
I
has his JoJo impression down.
I don't know what this guy's saying. So,
Oh, that was a troll. That was a troll. I got to get back to that.
I don't know what this.
John, this show is brilliant. I'm going to have to slow it down to 25% to see why this show is brilliant, and John
Yeah.
doesn't want to acknowledge him. Well, JoJo gets drunk
All right,
quick.
Susan.
You only had one Coors Light. John, JoJo, you shouldn't be this drunk. But that's why you're drinking the Coors Lights instead of the IPA. I'm drinking. There we go. John, this show is brilliant, but are you and the dudes here pathetically simping for Joe? I am. If she has a fat ass. She said that she's fat, and that frame right there does not look fat. So if she has a small frame with a fat ass, I will simp. I'm down for simping. John, acknowledge. Let's simp together.
what this
We
guy's
can be the
saying.
simps
So,
on
hold
PS5.
on, let me go down here.
Get all the DLC
so
content.
anyway, all right. So then and then when did you get separated? This year?
No, we separated. So this 2020 was a hell of a year. He moved out in November of 2019.
No way. 2020 was easy for everyone.
And then the pandemic hit, and
I'm
my
unfamiliar
brother
with
died,
said
and my
pandemic.
dog died, and
Tell
it's
me
a really
more.
bad country song, and it was a very sad time. But I was literally newly separated with all of that stuff going on. We all have our own battles, but that was my early 2020. Was like, what the fuck, universe? What are you doing?
Looks like me and King of all Diffs are going to be drinking the same brew. We'll meet at a brewery. Both have an IPA, and as I said, 2 that I sip on, and I am done. I do not guzzle. I do not down IPAs. And I'll take whiskey on the rocks, but not whiskey straight, because I like to sip the whiskey on the rocks. I will accept a shot from other people, but throw it on the rocks. I want to sip it. I don't want to down it. And we also have a comment from Rochi. John, the reason I don't drink. Absolutely. Rochi, same thing with me. John, at his poor state, really made me take a look at myself and limit myself in some fashions of drinking, because that's not what I want to be. And I actually have a family member that resembles John a lot. I wish him the best. If you see previous episodes, I talk about trying to do an intervention that was called off. And now I'm using my brain power for this.
I just kept getting punched down, and I was like, oh, I just got to keep getting back up. So
Get back down. Come on, John, do the song. We love when you do the song. Get up again. And you get up. Oh man, do the song, John. We love it. We've heard you do it before.
And so we divorced 3 years later. It was a long process.
So who died? Your dog died, and who else?
My brother died, unfortunately.
Oh my God! How?
Yeah, that's why that Fox Hannity tweet about Joe Biden's call to Hunter made me so angry.
No, it seemed like we were having fun. Now you bring it down again, JoJo. Maybe this is why your husband left you, is because you're so fun at times, and then you just always have to bring it down. Bourbon for the king of all diffs, while I'm going whiskey. Yeah, bourbon is a good choice. I'll absolutely go bourbon. Let's jump ahead a little bit. We're almost at the end here. JoJo, you're being depressing. Please bring the mood up a little bit.
Somebody on a British, your viewers in England would probably know better than me, but there was like a talk show where somebody actually said, oh, stop, to the weatherman. Like, why do you keep saying all this this stuff that's putting me down about, the weather? Why do you have to talk about the heat?
Why are you talking about the precipitation coming down? Well, everything's always coming down. The sunshine's coming down. Stop bringing everything down, Mr. Weatherman.
Like, why can't you have good news with the weather? And it's like, what? The weather doesn't give a fuck.
Why can't you bring something up, Weatherman? What about a volcano, Weatherman? I'm tired of everything coming down from the sky. I don't want the sky falling. I want something to come up. Bring me lava. Bring lava up.
Yeah, and so, but that Don't Look Up was great. It's sad and great all the same time.
Yeah, no, and it's a metaphor for climate change. I mean,
100%.
Because look what's going on in this
Magic
fucking
3.
world right now. And the Republicans don't want to do jack shit about it.
Nope.
And we have children.
Yeah. My team is the good team. The bad team is the only one holding this up. They do not have a secret behind the doors handshake at all to make things not happen. My team is the good team, and the other team is the bad team.
Because these fucking right-wing loons won't do jack shit about climate change.
Oh, that's right.
Nope.
I keep trying to forget that this was a politics show at the time, and that's what we keep going back to. God damn it.
I gotta go to a haunted freaking hayride at 7:30, and I'm gonna miss the first hour.
Is it one with the chainsaws? Like, those flipped me the fuck out as a kid. They even showed me, look, they have the chain off of them. They're just a thing. No, I'm not going in again. Scary chainsaw.
I should live tweet this because I am not good at being scared. I'm not. I'm a weirdo. I will attack you and cry all at the same time. So this is gonna.
So it does sound like she's facing her fears. She does not like being scared, and she is going to a scary place. Christian Bale, what do you think of that?
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, it is good for her. She's facing her fears.
Not be good. So I'm gonna miss the first hour.
Sorry
of the game.
about that noise.
Well, as
At least
you
it's on the
can see
John
right
episode,
here,
so it is
Gypsy
proper
Mama says it
for this
all.
host.
A wonderful conversation. Please bring Joe back soon, John.
I'd love to. Thank you, Gypsy.
But this was in
Yes, I
October.
would love to have you back.
Right before he quit. Bring Joe back now. Bring Joe back right now, John. We cannot wait to see her on the Hypocrisy Police.
Back
And
go
tell her to stand
Yankees,
up so we can see that huge dumper on that small frame.
and have fun tonight on the hayride. If anything good happens, I'll tweet if you want. I'll text it to you if you want.
Okay, yeah, do that, and if any Republicans do any more fucking shit, text me that too. Because you can't take 5.
All right. They're signing off now. And John, you and me will star with Homer and JoJo on The Simps for her. We take the show out with a little variety. We are going over to TikTok to check out what's going on over there. Let's get rid of that heading so you can see both me and the video. And first up, we've got me and Gene Okerlund and Kamala conducting an interview. Let's see what this is all about.
Kamala, what's this shit about you missing interviews in St. Louis? I want an honest answer here. I'm going to confront you.
I don't speak English, and I can't read English, so I missed the interview.
Yeah, well, I thought we had it, though. It was written up in Swahili by James Barnett. I thought you would have got the goddamn
James
message.
Barnett.
This is ridiculous. One sitting on your ass in some goddamn hotel over in Ipswich, Illinois.
I do a little fucky.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a good reason to stay in the hotel in Ipswich, Illinois. Kamala's got him there. It looks like Gene accepts the answer.
Good.
And on to another talk on our way out. We have got a funny clown. Different from the funny clown that opened up the video, we have got Size Doesn't Matter the Clown. And let's get some tips
Hey everyone.
from
So
Size
it's
Doesn't
come
Matter
to
the
my
Clown.
attention that there's a rumor going on about me that the reason I don't show my feet on camera is because I don't know how to tie my shoes. So I am getting on here today to tell you that that is just a rumor. I can tie my shoes and I'm actually really good at it.
A reason you don't show your feet on some apps is because they don't let
I'm gonna
it.
prove
They're
it.
getting those fucking
Two sides. Look them
feet
through.
people out of there. Rochi, I'm hoping to have some more Mean Gene clips coming up.
Do a
And
redo on that one because that
yeah,
really
he
didn't-
handled Kamala very well, who did not show up for interviews. Would I? Absolutely. King of all diffs asking, would you? I love clowns. We have a sexy clown at the beginning of the show in our intro. This isn't our first time seeing Size Doesn't Matter the Clown. It's the first time seeing her as a redhead. But I am a big fan of clown ladies.
Do over because that was braiding and it's confusing.
Totally. I am in for Size Doesn't Matter. Who's going to figure
So
this
you
out
take-
eventually, how to
Okay,
tie these
this one
shoes.
is this one is a bunny ear.
Me,
And then
King
you
of
take
all
the one on
diffs,
the middle
and
right is a
Rochi are a
bunny
big
ear.
fan of Size Doesn't
And
Matter
then
the
the one on
Clown.
the
You can
left,
find
you
more of
do
her videos on
bunny
YouTube,
ear.
and we will be visiting her again. She is
And
a
then-
repeat
So what?
here
Last
on
time I
co-host
got it.
auditions.
Okay. So how you actually do it is the two on the left are bunny.
Oh, King of all diffs, you're going to have to
And then
tune in for some more co-host
around the
auditions. We
pole.
have had at least 3 different
And then
sexy
this one
clowns featured here.
and right. And then the one in the middle.
Oh,
you
Rochi,
bunny
you can
ear
give
and
a
you
sexy
loop
clown a good hate fucking.
and pull.
Most of them will
And then
adore
you
it,
take the bunny ear,
and
just
they
the
will
one
cream
the
pie on
right,
your face.
and you pull it through. And then the last two is the ones on the sides, and you just pull.
All right, I think she finally got it.
So yeah, I'm actually pretty good at it.
Nice job. Size Doesn't Matter the Clown. Do we have any more? Let's check out one more TikTok before we sign off. This is from our girl K Smudge, showing off her fashion sense.
I have. I've been asked how many collars I have quite a few times, and I realized I don't even know. Number 1 is Big Spiky. It's my favorite. It has very big spikies. 2, bats. 3, Harley hearts. 4, fancy spiky. 5,
I like Fancy Spiky.
plain heart.
Fancy Spiky
6,
still. Ooh,
big red.
Big Red
7,
is my new favorite.
fancy bow. This is my second favorite. I just think the little bow is just too cute. Plain collar, 8. Big one, 9. Little hearts, 10. Bow ties are cool, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I had to go digging around for
King
this.
of all diffs wouldn't put as much effort into I forget her name already. Our spiky collared girl here. He's into her, but not as much as size doesn't matter. The sexy clown.
Because it's part of my Vanellope cosplay. 18. Oh crap. 19. And forgive me if I left one out. I think I actually have one that I keep. Well, I don't know where I keep it, but I'm pretty sure it's 20. Also, if anybody has any good ideas on how to store them nicely, I would love to hear them, because at the moment, I just stuff them in a box and it's very messy. And sometimes I give up looking for the one that I want and just find the second best thing.
Certainly there's a way to store your collars better. Rochi, she looks funny, but eyes kind of crazy. Ooh, I love some crazy eyes. I was dating a girl for a while, and there was one picture we took together where she couldn't hide her crazy eyes. She was damn good at hiding her crazy eyes, but that's my favorite picture of us together, is where her crazy eyes just came on out and she couldn't hide them. And I've got one more video pulled. We've got a few people here chatting. Why not get to our lawyer reading over some court documents.
Back. Let's do it. Hell yeah. I'm sitting outside the courthouse just to film this. So
Webb Maisel,
you're welcome.
Real life lawyer,
Part 37.
real life court documents that she will be reading
I've never
with
put
us.
my child in danger. Defense counsel, do you recall a time when you were walking down the street shoeless, high on meth, holding your child? Plaintiff. I had shoes on. Mr. Guerrero, do you rest? I will never rest, sir.
Not in
You
danger.
didn't come to court. Where have you been for the past 13 years? Defendant, it slipped my mind. Judge, it slipped your mind for 13 years. Did you
once it
correct your
slipped,
son when he called your
he's gone.
ex-husband a fat ass? Witness, I don't remember. Do you think your ex-husband is a fat ass? I can't answer that. Judge, Mr. Smith, I will take judicial notice that your client is not a fat ass. Defendant making his speech at drug court graduation.
Let the record show, not a fat ass by the judge. The judge is the judge, so he is judging, not a fat ass.
Lastly, I'd like to thank you, Miss Prostituter. You weren't the prostituter on my case originally, but since I've been here, it's been you. And you're all right for a prostituter. To believe the defendant didn't have a gun, we would have to believe in fairies and pixie dust. Oh, that's actually my birthday, but it's okay. We can pick that date. I'll bring you cake. Public defender, no thank you. Prosecutor, who doesn't like cake? Public defender, oh, I like cake. I just refuse to eat it in celebration of you being born. State your profession, spiritual advisor. And to clarify,
Nice
I already
burn
know
on the
too much
record.
about this case to serve as an impartial juror. I am a clairvoyant. What made you steal these items from Walmart? Defendant, I was on Xanax. Judge, Xanax makes you steal. Your Honor, when I'm on Xanax, I turn into sticky fingers. Are you an attorney?
At least she doesn't turn into the wet fingers. She has got the sequel of what Harvey and Marv were doing.
Yeah, but I'm with the DA's office. Woman, oh shit. Never mind. I was going to ask you for a nickel, but never mind. I definitely don't need a nickel. Sir, are you familiar with the screen name Big Fun 14? Yeah, that's me. What does the number 14 refer to, sir? I don't know what you mean. Sir, isn't the 14 a reference to the size of your member?
Hey now.
No. I don't know what you mean. It's a date. It's Judge. Sir, is your penis 14 inches long? The victim.
Makes my 8-incher joke look a little teeny. And King of all diffs did mention crazy eyes, open thighs, and he was happy with that zinger. And me and Rochi have been on the same level the whole time. Easy lay with the crazy eyes, and what a hell of a time they provide. Is this case on her?
Victim, if you will, is a palm tree. Public defender to defendant in custody.
It's on her.
Okay, sir, I'm going to continue your case until Tuesday so we can enter your plea, and you'll have credit for time served. Defendant, oh, come on. I don't want to come back. It's really inconvenient for me to come to court. Such a hassle. Really disrupts things. Judge, Grundy County was famous for this group that tried to burn down the courthouse because they figured if they burned it down, they couldn't be tried for it. Defendant, Sounds like my kind of people. Public defender. Defendant, are there any black judges in this courthouse? Judge. I'm one.
Oh, thank you for taking us out, lawyer lady whose name is Reb Maisel. The collar girl was K Smudge. I am a big fan of K Smudge. She has long, rambly stories for a while. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. Fucking home run chipper. That joke, that was absolutely astounding. Wish I would have had that pulled up and available when I made that dumb zinger. Well, this has been a fun episode. We made the best of a bad situation with Stuttering John, insisting on talking about politics. Please make sure this gets back to John so he can see the great dynamic that we have together. So he will show up for Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor show this week. I know he wants to be there, but he's not making it a top priority. You can email me at dillonfromsomewhere@gmail.com, John especially, so we can get this show going on. I've only got a few more weeks left in me of Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor show, unless you come and take the host seat, John. Please come and take it. Tomorrow, we have got an Opie co-host audition. My last Opie co-host audition got 20 times more the views than my next highest on my YouTube channel, so that's a lock. I'm doing it. We'll do one more co-host audition the day after. I haven't decided who yet. And then we're doing the whole thing again next week with a Detractor show. I'm surprised how many views the ASMR cringe comedy got. That actually might be a regular. It's gotten more views than the Donkey Lips co-host audition. And I want to do a lot more Donkey Lips episodes, but next to no one is watching them. So looks like those will be just for me. So thank you for coming. And please go check out my other videos.